In 2020, EA announced a game that much of the gaming community never expected to finally see. That was Skate 4. Nothing concrete was announced here, but at least we finally knew that a game was in the works. Earlier this year, EA and the Skate team reminded us they are still working on the game, and that made me think about the previous entry into the franchise. You see, the year is 2010. Modern Warfare 2 was in its prime. Halo Reach was about to be released, and the third installment for the popular Skate series was on its way. With gaming at such a high point, how could a skating game come out and turn the heads of gamers away from the popular FPS games at the time? Well, grab a skateboard and some popcorn as I review Skate 3 and aim to answer that question. You see, to be successful in this market, Skate 3 would have to please two different audiences: the skating community and the casual gamer. This is important as the casual gamer might not know everything about skating, much like myself. Therefore, Skate must find other ways in order to entice the casual gamer. So how does Skate 3 do this, you might be wondering? Well, firstly, it's a fun open world style skate game that can provide the most realistic skate experience on the market. This provides skateboarders with an experience much like real world skating. However, it's the game's casual side where its success really shines through. As I mentioned, I do not skateboard in the real world myself, and nor do I ever plan to. It's not really a hobby I enjoy. So why do I of all people enjoy this game? Well, it's down to the game not taking itself too seriously at any point. The game might as well be in the comedy genre, the amount of times I've burst out laughing while playing it. The game itself acts as a sandbox, with an expansive open world that was very impressive for its time. This allows the player to go anywhere and do anything, and complements the idea of skateboarding with architecture masterfully crafted to act as a playground for skaters. The game also doesn't limit you to just the skateboard, and therefore gives you freedom to roam around. The comedy is enhanced through the Hall of Meat system, which showcases what bones you break when bailing a jump, and even has its own separate game mode. Finally, I think it's important to mention that this game has glitches. Why am I mentioning this in the Incredibles section, I hear you asking? Well, it is the only game where I think glitches actually enhance the experience. I thought this was down to plain nostalgia, but after going back and playing the game recently, I realised they actually add to the comedy value and fun factor, and from my experience, they are not actually game breaking. Creativity is a big thing when it comes to skating, and in Skate 3. The game gives the player lots of tools to be creative, with the previously mentioned open world to have fun with. If that isn't enough, however, the game gives the player an object dropper. This allows them to place items such as ramps or rails around the world and creates endless possibilities to mess around with. The player can also create their own skate parks. I will admit, I'm not the best at this, but some members of the community have used their creativity and created some wonderful designs. Playing solo is extremely fun, but that might get boring to the player. Skate 3 answers this with an exciting multiplayer. Players can go one-on-one to perform the most difficult maneuvers, or even just to do a race. It is totally down to what the player wants from their experience.
good there, Benny. Keep at it, buddy. Hey, you over there. Get over here. Welcome to my skate school. This is the state-of-the-art skateboarding program, man. Built and approved by me, Coach Frank.
The story for this game is the standout weak point. It follows you as a skater, as you sell boards and aim to become the most popular brand in the world, which is a pretty simple premise. I can't put it any lower than average because it's not bad per se, and doesn't try and be outstanding. A skateboarding game doesn't necessarily need an amazing story to succeed anyway. Overall, it does provide something for the player to do, and gives some structure to the game when playing solo.
Gonna get good, and if you don't, I'm gonna break your board. Coach Frank.
The original question posed at the start of this video was if a skating game could capture the attention of both skateboarders and gamers. This game manages to do just that. Its sandbox open world and creativity fit perfectly to create a game that can be played by both avid skateboarders and gamers who might not understand the sport of skateboarding. It is for that very reason that I rate the game an 84 out of 100, as despite its simple story, it provides one of the most enjoyable experiences in all of gaming, and is worth going back to either alone or with friends, whether it's to chill or mess around. We can only hope that EA and the studio Full Circle can provide an experience with Skate 4 that at least gives us the same fun we had from Skate 3 over the last decade. However, given EA's track record, we never truly know whether the game will be a success.